define a nanny in the United States? Well, first of all, you must understand that the most important thing to do is define your requirements. Figure out how much help do you really need. Do you need a part-time nanny or do you need a full-time nanny? How much are you willing to pay? How much do you think a nanny costs? And I can assure you there has never been a better time to hire help. Nanny rates vary between $12 and up per hour. A daycare place for one child in New York City costs around $80 a day. A nanny will cost slightly more for one child. However, if you have 2 children under the age of 5 and you're thinking about budgeting for 2 daycare places, you will be better off financially hiring one competent nanny to help you. I would advertise in places where families congregate. It could be your local play space, your local church, your local synagogue, local schools, etc. Craigslist is a good resource. It's free to advertise, and that's the place that nannies look for work all the time. Once you start advertising, start collecting resumes, go through them and check references of those candidates that you think would be a good match for you, and then conduct a full and comprehensive interview in person. If the first interview goes well, I recommend that you have a supervised trial day to reflect a typical day in your home, starting from the time a nanny is expected to start to the time your child goes to bed. The idea behind a supervised trial day is the nanny is going to see the child at the best of times, which is first thing in the morning, and at tricky times like nap times and at bedtime. You also need to figure out if your parenting styles are compatible. There are nannies who are willing to adapt to your style. However, there are also nannies who will say, this is my way and this is how I want to do things. Whether that's compatible with your needs, that's something you need to figure out. Okay, so you have done the referencing. She's great with your child. You like her, your husband or your partner likes her, you want to have her to start work. So what else do you think you need to do? Well, in the United Kingdom, there's only one police computer. Hence the reason it is so easy to get a criminal background report done. It takes 10 working days and nannies apply to get it themselves. However, in the United States, there are 51 states and no one central database holds records of all of us. So the only thing you could do is an FBI fingerprint search covering all 51 states, and that normally takes 6 to 8 weeks. But that will validate the identity of an applicant. Remember, the US has a number of cases of identity fraud, and you really want to make sure the person applying to work in your home is truly who she says she is.